A little bit background about today's speakers. So first we have John Martin, who's the VP of Marketing from Reallusion. So John C. Martin to Vice President of Reallusion, acting as real-time animation and virtual production evangelist, leading the mission to deliver dynamic animation tools for indies and studios. John consults on the advantages of real-time digital human animation workflows with Reallusion partners and projects with Warner Brothers, Sony Pictures, Jimmy Kimmel Live, Meta, Unity, and Epic. Passionate about 3D real-time animation, character pipeline exploration, innovation with colleagues, and sharing new frontiers. He's a veteran of the 3D industry with 23 years of innovating at Reallusion as a brand creator for iClone, Motion Live, 3D Exchange, Character Creator, Headshot, Crazy Talk, Cartoon Animator, Actor Core, and the family of Reallusion software. Focused on enhancing the brand's reputation, John establishes Reallusion as a recognized industry authority, igniting curiosity and productivity in creative professionals, colleagues, and customers. John specializes in 3D character creation and animation with Reallusion Character Creator and iClone, developing characters and demonstrating the animation pipeline.
Thank you all for the opportunity to visit and speak with you today about Reallusion Character Creator and the tools and platforms that we've put together in order to enable a more robust tool set for you to develop your characters, animate those, and then ultimately take them where you want to go as opposed to where we say, you should go. Because that's changing all the time. We're definitely working to continue the momentum with the industry as things like OpenUSD become prevalent. We continue our development cycle to make sure that content can flow there. And I want to talk a little bit about that today, and then talk about some of the methods that we create our characters. Just another introduction about me. I'm super passionate about the products. I hope that comes through. And I'm very open to talk to you guys or answer any other questions, even outside of our chat platform today. So you can find me at john@reallusion.com and be happy to answer any other questions that you have. So go through this a little bit and give you an overview, but maybe a little bit of a deep dive too in how we approach character creation and where those characters are meant for you to be able to go with animation. Character Creator is in its 4th version right now, and with that comes many more spokes of the wheel as to where your content can be taken. And when we talk about our characters, this is both digital humans, digital doubles. This is stylized characters. Character becomes a broad term with our tool set, and it really allows you to embody the kind of avatar or family of characters into your system that you'd like to. Our characters are fully enabled with animation capabilities for blend shapes that match those that you would need for iPhone AR-Kit animation, or more just advanced animation for each one. Whenever you build a character, it automatically comes with our base of around 140 to 60. You also have the ability to bring in stylized characters. We'll talk a bit about how these become native, non-standard character creator characters, but that inherit all of the animation capabilities and our true character creator creations, so that you can adopt a lot of the animation tools of iClone, and then also have the same ability to output into your engine of choice. There's a lot of visualization advantages in building your characters with Character Creator. You're instantly able to preview things like soft physics with clothing or lighting. So it lets you iterate, which is something that's super important to our movement, to be able to have fast iteration for characters and sharing. So the platforms allow you to develop a more robust character from our topology that's extremely flexible. The morphability of our characters is enables you to get just a myriad of different looks, and couple it with tools that allow you to do much more customization with our hair shader, and skin tools. You start to layer up a character system, that will be very customizable to your project, whether you're telling a story or you're doing simulations, or whatever role you might want your character to portray. Whether it's a fitting resource. And characters can mean lots of things, not just humans. Characters can also be objects. You can make an Audrey 2 and animate your character that way as well. So characters can have lots of different creative outlets. Some of the engines, certainly we have developed what we have is auto setup and workflows into digital content creation tools and real-time engines, including an NVIDIA Omniverse ecosystem that allow you to have kind of a what you see is what you get creation platform from Reallusion on into these tools or engines of choice. So you can know that your creation inside Character Creator or the animation with it in iClone can have an expected result in your engine of choice. So certainly beyond film and entertainment, avatars are appearing a lot in simulation. We'll talk a little bit more about that as well. But it's an exciting time for characters, as being inhabitants in lots of different places, including virtual worlds and socializing and communication. But we're also seeing a wide industry adoption for a digital human that's serving different purposes. So let's continue on here. So the characters inside Character Creator is really where everything begins. We'll talk a little bit about bringing in custom characters as well. But when we speak about our character system, you're developing a character that has the ability to take on lots of different skin attributes and looks and styles simply from a combination of morphing, and then also our skin tools that gives you the balance of a real-time enabled character, but the advantage of more defined appearances in a topology that's designed to work on just about any platform. So it's highly flexible, allows you to do the type of morphing that you like in order to bring the characters into many different types of looks. The morph system is slider based, but also you're able to just use a click and drag morph system inside Character Creator, that if you want to have more intuitive hands-on creation of the character. And the slider system, though, allows you to do a lot of fine tuning on that. And with the characters, they also have fine details along with the hands and the fingernails, and our different skin tools that we have allow you to create some pretty fantastic looks on your character. But slider controls for things like nail adjustment. There's a lot of fine detail that you can drill into depending on what kind of character, again, that you're making. So it's really an artist's tool for you to be able to have the kind of character that you need. Or the morphing allows you to even develop a family of characters. So you can develop styles that will work along with others and develop maybe a more relational look, if you're looking for a family to build as well. So Very versatile, has a GoZ pipeline for you to be able to augment those morphs without any hesitation. And it's all about the layering system of how you can further customize and develop your characters. And the skin gen and skin layers allow you to add some dynamic elements, wrinkles, and up to 7 layers of makeup, even for the eyes. And then, skin features, blemishes, and pores. These are all micro details that add a lot of advantage to the appearance of your character without adding more, more detail or more need in resources or poly count. This is an advanced layering system of normals that we use, and then of course slider based customization there as well. So depending on what your aim is for your character, whether it be an AI avatar or whether it be a game character, there's many different ways to develop that look that you need, and all the while remembering that you're developing on top of a fully rigged and animated asset that's ready for customization, and bringing that into our animation environment. So I talked about the more morphability, and I'll call your attention to the lower graphic. The same character can have lots of different looks, and when we talk about iterating, this is important because you can kind of zero in on a certain style that you might want for a character very quickly, and look at a lot of different variations of that, and share with your team. Um, our clothing system on our characters, when you do have them fully designed, is very advantageous in a couple of different ways. Number one, we have a huge library of content that if you'd like to just access and make use of that, that is one way to produce the looks for your character. Additionally, if you have custom content that you have created, maybe it's Marvelous Designer, maybe you have content that's coming in from another source, or you're doing IP level stuff that it's your own. Our clothing system is based in a hierarchy that allows you to dress a character from undergarments all the way to top coats and so on. And you would be able to take advantage of that as well with your content. Whenever you bring in a model, say it's a shirt, you basically bring it in with a character in an A pose or a T pose. Usually an A pose works great, and then we can assign the skin weights automatically based on, like, it's for the torso. Okay, it matches it up, and it does a really good job of it. So you can bring your custom clothing in and then assign it to our hierarchy as well. So you can take advantage of our clothing system and then be able to develop different layering looks with jackets and shirts and pants and so on. So it's kind of a hidden feature about, and it's not really hidden, but it's something that I like to call attention to, is that this is very powerful for your own content as well, to be able to use that. So digital doubles, digital humans, they come in different shapes and sizes. I've got one of myself from the 3D scan I did with an iPhone app, and utilizing our new plugin for Headshot 2. We'll talk about that, about 3D head creation from a 3D mesh or a digital image. Also, the digital humans and doubles come in more stylized formats as well. So you've got the digital puppet Snoop Dogg, that certainly represents him, and then also a more stylized format. And then a native character creator, Justin Bieber. And when we talk about creating characters like that, we also can get assets that allow you to map or texture the tattoos or any kind of identifying body marks for any kind of celebrity digital doubles or anybody you want to make. And all of that is in a layering system in Character Creator that helps. You also have access to hair tools. A lot of those are a nice kind of kit bash to approaching hair, but then also you've got some sculpting that you can work with. But everything is, again, a real time friendly creation. Additionally, I had the opportunity to work with Neil Stevenson, the author of Snow Crash, and certainly someone we look to for that term metaverse. Neil was part of the SBS forum in Seoul, South Korea last year, and we teamed up with them to do a digital double with him for that. And so, just show you a quick excerpt from that. But the gist was is that Neil could not be there, but he wanted to be able to have a speech which he was doing from his hotel room, and they wanted to do something fun with an avatar and let him appear to zap from his avatar in the metaverse into his actual performance. So he provided us a video of his talk, and we took that and did a motion capture based on his movements, developed a stylized character that he wanted, and then did some tests with Character Creator, of course, Unreal Engine and iClone, and developed a likeness that he was happy with for us to use. We used the XSense link system to do a quick motion capture of his performance, and then brought that all into iClone for the facial animation. And so iClone provides it's a sister product to Character Creator, and where all of our animation takes place. And it provides you with a way to take use of that fully rigged character for both facial animation and then also for body. So this was a fun project that the realism wasn't the goal, but for a stylized human, or what the client in this case called for, it worked out really well. Okay, so another example of our characters in the metaverse is with Roblox and 21 Pilots. These guys were incredible to work with. We teamed up with them at the Creative Media Industries Institute at Georgia State University. And they were gracious enough to jump in the XSense suits and perform their projects. This is my brother in the background there, by the way. But they performed a couple of different songs. That they were going to be doing a concert in Roblox that would be a live event for the participants, for the game players. But of course, everything would need to be motion captured, and to provide a really great performance, this was all a kind of a post situation in the can. But the performances were captured and then cleaned in iClone, both captured and cleaned, and with their Character Creator avatars. And then there was some post cleanup process before bringing it to Roblox as a whole. So it was a great collaboration. These guys are super open and very comfortable in this kind of situation. They just got to have fun and perform. And that's the beauty of it, because you want the tech to not get in the way. And in this kind of situation, that definitely is the case. And so we used iPhone AR Kit and the Reallusion Live Face with our iClone software. And so they enjoyed that, but they were also able to interactively see this in real time. And that adds a lot to performance. Morale on a long day shoot. Obviously, you don't want your talent looking at a monitor the whole time, but when they get to take breaks and personify their character and enjoy seeing how that works in real time. Real time 3D is fun for everybody, and sometimes we're forced for the trees in this situation, but it's always refreshing to get to see somebody experience this technology and have a really good time with it. Um, so that's another benefit of working in the industry is that we get to do that. So Roblox on the actual day of the concert had a really cool immersive experience for all of their users, and basically they had a live opportunity to join them in multiple different stages or levels for the different songs. And on this one, obviously it was kind of going in and out with color along with the song. And other stages that they had for the songs were based on levels where you could jump up and down, and then you would actually move interactively with the band to other locations if you jumped in the right point. So they had a lot of fun with interactivity here, and the performance I think translated really well on the day. So this also was a really cool project to work on and bring characters again to the metaverse for entertainment. And so media and entertainment is a fantastic and exciting segment to work with in characters and animation, but it really represents a fraction of what the business is in terms of where avatars are going these days. And it's an astounding amount of interaction right now with machine learning, with characters that are popping up in different AI chat bots, and also with simulations. And for companies to be able to populate digital twins or simulations with many different characters that they would like to utilize. And NVIDIA's Omniverse is a leader in this effort, combining a super collaborative environment along with connectors that are being developed by companies that can aid in different solutions. Ours, of course, would be characters and animation for Omniverse. And so, what does that look like? Would be something like this. So if you were in need of characters for your simulation, Character Creator has a way to be able to develop many different looks or utilize what we call Actor Core to access characters that are on demand, already pre-made, ready for animation, and takes the guesswork out of creating a character. If all you need is just I need people, I need digital people. We have solutions for that at Reallusion, but of course, we want to enable creators to develop custom content. And once you have that, and you want to block a scene, whether it be from motion packs that we have for things like social gatherings or city streets, the human interactivity, or if you want to do more custom work, like we're seeing here, we provide a path for you to be able to easily get that over into Omniverse. And once that's there in that environment, then of course you can take advantage of all the benefits of the real-time ray tracing and capabilities on the visual side of things. So we really provide a source for characters and animation to allow you to easily populate your NVIDIA projects. And to aid in that, we've developed that further with a two-way live sync. And this allows you to do this with characters, props, lights, cameras, and you have two-way USD data transfer on that. And so, show you how this works and why it's useful. With the animation in iClone and in Omniverse system, you're able to sync props and characters, animation, and this is kind of and the explanation on how that can happen. You use the tools for character posing and animation inside the iClone platform, but we have the live sync so that you're able to see results in that real-time ray trace RTX environment in real time, of course. So it's the best of both worlds. It gives you an efficient animation tool with a character for along with the advantages of an RTX, rendering environment for your other collaboration with all the other great tools that work along with Omniverse. So we can certainly fill in this area, and even with things like facial performance, that stuff is translated in real time on over. So it gives you a lot of advantages, especially with the USD data transfer. You, excuse me, you're able to animate inside iClone and then transfer that on the fly and see the result immediately as USD inside Omniverse. And so as you're editing, not just as you've used a motion file, but as you're live changing, you're going to see those updates be able to be transferred over in real time. Along with that, this provides this two-way data transfer provides an interesting way for you to plan your animation for characters. In doing so with USD environments inside Omniverse, you're able to plot where certain content is going to be located in the scene, and thus be able to adequately animate your characters or plan your character blocking even prior to animation, and know where your boundaries may be so that animation can logically be located where it might need to be inside of factory situation, for instance. We can do this two-way data transfer by sending different reference mesh back over to iClone, and then allow you to have that sync with your cameras like you see here now. And then as you're adding characters and animation, you're also able to have that live sync. So with Reallusion, it's certainly much more than just characters. It's really an entire solution that's designed for aiding you in getting to characters and animation that's the location where you need them to be.
John, just a reminder, we are in the last 10 minutes. So yeah, just want to let you know.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. So the platform for Reallusion's Omniverse USD also provides a lot of throughput for other digital content creation tools and engines. So this is a core part of what iClone is capable of, and enabling these type of solutions for Omniverse is something that you'll definitely see continue to evolve. So with the time that I have left, I want to highlight a couple of new features. One is Headshot 2. And Headshot 2 is a robust way for you to now do head creation in both two ways, one with an image and one with a 3D mesh. And so Headshot 2 gives you a chance to import a static mesh and then align some points along the mesh to match with our real-time topology, and then translate that character shape on over. And this can be done with phone scans. This can be done with 3D scans that maybe are from a stock library. You can source your face and then wrap that through our process and have a character that is basically a one-to-one, but now it's a native character and character creator so that it can animate freely with all of our tools. And this process, like I said, you go through a series of nodes that match from the reference topology to your custom character. And then once you have that set up, then it builds ahead for you. You have a small refinement process from that, but immediately it's ready for animation from this setup. So Headshot 2 is part of Character Creator. It's actually a plugin that is an add-on, but it is a very important part of it because for the character creation process, I used an image of a gentleman made from a prompt from Midjourney. So this is generative AI here, and then this is a 3D mesh from Sketchfab on the right. And these two characters very quickly produce some pretty interesting results. From just the image, you bring that in, and Character Creator will create an approximation of your character's head and allow you to layer up, of course, those skin details and the morphs. That's done with an overlay system to click and drag, and you have lots of different controls that you can change the muscles or the bones that you're looking to enhance on the character's face. Ultimately, you can drive to all of the features with clothing, with beard and hair and brow, and develop a character with a single image in this way. Headshot 2 also provides the ability for you to do it with a 3D mesh. And so this is an example from Sketchfab. Downloaded that, did the point matching. You have a three-step process from aligning the points to generating the head and then attaching it to a body. Once you have that, you've got a 3D character that's viable and ready for use. That's custom and now able to be animated in the Reallusion ecosystem. And that's really bringing us to the final thing that I want to show you, and that is we just released this today, so this is super fresh, and this is AccuFace. And AccuFace is a way to animate characters, facial animation with video, either live or recorded video. And this is both a real-time solution, like I said, or post. And you are able to have our AI facial tracker be able to animate the characters in the inside Character Creator. You do a simple calibration process, and this really democratizes the facial animation capabilities because now you can use a live or recorded performance and be able to use your camera of choice really to get the data that you need to do that. But the results, like with anything, you've got some a little bit of refinement that you could always do, and you could utilize something that we have called AccuLips that takes any type of text and or audio and turns that into a lip performance. So you use the tool in tandem with the video-based AI facial mocap, and it works rather well. And this is a little video that shows that exact feature here, this clip. So this AccuLips allows you to add a script to your facial mocap to enhance that for the lip track. And this is all very super accessible, a lot of tutorials on this from Reallusion, but you can see the nuanced difference in between the two. So I know my time's drawing near, so I want to say thank you to everybody for the opportunity to come and talk about this. I'm happy to answer any questions. I will definitely say that, as you can tell, that Reallusion is a rapid and developer, and we're always excited to bring on new feedback and opportunities to grow and understand what the needs for characters are throughout the metaverse, and appreciate everyone involved in metaverse standards for us to have the platform. So hope to help everyone, and thank you a lot for the time.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, thank you very much, John. This was super insightful. So yeah, appreciate all the knowledge dump you did today. And yeah, so there's a lot of claps in the chat as well. So yeah, definitely big shout outs. And since we have only 3 more minutes, I probably need like 2 minutes to do the final wrap up. But we may have room for one question. So if anyone wants to jump in and ask questions, please go ahead. And for the folks who have additional questions, we will continue after the session time with the water cooler, which is off recording. So if John is available, we can use that time to ask some questions. Okay. So Jeff asks if the character creator format is open.
So the character creator format, I wouldn't necessarily say that it is open, depending on, it's as of right now, it's proprietary in the terms of it's like a project format inside Character Creator. We use a character file format called iAvatar, and that is the way that we interchange characters between Character Creator and iClone. So we do have a format that you can do that in there, but the export capabilities are super wide. So I would say take a look at that, and see. And we're always open to ideas. So tell me what you think.